Hey YouTube, hey Young and the Restless fans. So what can we expect this week, May 13th to the 17th on the Young and the Restless? Well, first of all, there are going to be some shakeups at Chancellor-Winters when Billy now has all the power, and we'll get into that in a minute. But over with Christine and Danny this week, it looks like they're going to have a happy romantic adventure when Christine decides to go with Danny on tour, and Phyllis is going to have a conversation with Christine and find that out. Phyllis isn't going to be happy about that. But it looks like there's going to be a romantic adventure for Christine and Danny where Christine is going to choose to go on tour rather than take that case. Okay, so that's going to be good for Christine and Danny. It looks like the two of them are going to really connect and have a romantic adventure, so that's good for them. Phyllis isn't going to like it, but Phyllis has bigger problems this week when Phyllis's plan to support Daniel will backfire. Okay, so Phyllis always has connections. You know, she was at Megasphere 2, so maybe she had some people there, maybe some of the workers there were on her side. So we'll see if there's something like that where she can help Daniel and maybe, you know, poach some people to their side. I'm just guessing, but whatever the issue is, it looks like it's not going to work. And Daniel also is going to swallow his pride this week. So it looks like Daniel could be on the losing end maybe of the lawsuit. We'll have to see if we see Heather this week, if there's a loophole in the contract that can help Daniel, but it's not looking good for Daniel, okay? And it's also not looking good for a Megasphere and Daniel getting a Megasphere and Princess Louisa. So we'll have to see this week what exactly is going to bring Daniel down, okay? But whatever Phyllis is trying to do, it looks like that's not going to work either. We'll also see new scenes with Nick and Phyllis this week. So if you're a fan of Nick and Phyllis reconnecting, which I like the two of them together, so we'll see if things take a flirtatious or romantic turn for Nick and Phyllis. But Nick is going to confide in Phyllis this week, probably about all of the drama going on with Summer and Harrison and Kyle. And speaking about that drama, Kyle is going to veto Summer's decision about Harrison this week. So it looks like Kyle is going to stand his ground. And we've seen this from Kyle. We've seen him, he's not a pushover, right? He's going to stand firm on what he wants. And of course, Summer is frustrated. She's being very protective of Harrison. She doesn't want Claire anywhere near Harrison, but Summer's also not willing to give Claire a chance or to see the improvements that Claire has made either, okay? But Kyle likes Claire. He knows that Harrison does too, so it looks like Kyle is going to reject Summer's idea of keeping Claire away from Harrison. So we'll see if that means if Kyle hires Claire as the nanny or if it's just about allowing Harrison and Claire to be around each other. We'll have to see exactly what that is. But there's also an idea that, you know, Kyle being the biological father, that maybe he might pull that card. So we'll see if it goes there. But we also know that both Kyle and Summer have shared custody too. So we'll see how far this goes. Could we be looking at a custody battle here? We'll have to see. And Kyle and Claire too can be heading towards romance. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. But back with Billy at Chancellor-Winters, Lily is going to receive shocking news from Jill, okay? And first of all, what's going to happen is that Billy is going to text Lily. Lily's going to go over to Chancellor-Winters, and Billy is basically going to tell Lily that Jill is stepping back from Chancellor-Winters and that Jill has given Billy all of the power and control now at Chancellor-Winters. So Billy is basically the man in charge now, okay? He's the one in charge. And of course, Lily, Devon, and Nate are not going to like this, and they're going to try to work to get this removed. Lily's going to get confirmation from Jill, and Jill's going to confirm that she's taking a step back to travel. And so it looks like Billy now is in charge. And of course, we know that Lily, Devon, and Nate, they recently rejected Mamie's proposal to try to remove Jill and Billy, okay? But it looks like they both have the same interests. They just want to go about doing things differently, okay? But it looks like Mamie, you know, she kind of said some things that are drawing lines now too. So that's not good for them, but it also looks like Devon, Nate, and Lily don't want Billy to have this power. So we'll see what they try to do to remove that power, if there's anything that they can do. Devon and Nate will strategize about an exit plan for Billy, but it looks like that'll be futile now with all the new power that Billy has. And what's Billy going to do with that power? Is Billy going to try to remove Devon? Okay, Abby's loyalty will be tested this week too. So we know that, Abby and Billy are siblings, but Abby is romantically involved with Devon and they have a child together. So Abby, it looks like, is going to be caught in the middle of this, but I expect her to side with Devon. So we'll just keep an eye on everything that's going on. But this is definitely a big shakeup at Chancellor-Winters, with Jill stepping back and Billy now having all of this power. One idea too is that Devon is going to get help from Tucker, because Tucker is going to prove himself to Devon this week. And Audra makes a power move this week too. So we'll see if Tucker and Audra help Devon and Chancellor-Winters against Billy, because that's the last thing Billy needs, right? Is another person trying to get him out of there, right? So if now Tucker is going to be involved, and Audra too, and they're both very smart, if they're gonna, put their heads together against Billy, along with Devon, Nate, and maybe even Lily, then Billy is going to be really, outnumbered here. So, but Billy does have the power, and I don't know specifically what that power is, but Jill, of course, was basically running the company. She's stepping back and giving Billy that power now. So Billy is basically the chairman, I think. Don't quote me on that, but he's got a lot of power now. So we'll see if Billy will be able to stave off all of the people that are against him. But this is definitely a lot of corporate intrigue going on and corporate drama going on at Chancellor-Winters. Of course, Tucker has a big problem with Ashley. Of course, Miss Abbott, the alternate personality of Ashley, is the one that is in charge. Of course, then we saw Belle take over again, or maybe the less ruthless side of Ashley. So we'll see which one of Ashley's personalities takes over, but it looks like Miss Abbott could be back this week and going after Tucker. We know Miss Abbott wants to do very bad things to Tucker. And Alan, the psychologist, he is starting to notice too. We see in the previews that he's starting to notice that there's something off. Of course, he's already noticed that, but it looks like he's really going to start maybe taking it more seriously. So we'll see what Alan is able to do for Ashley. And of course, Tucker knows that Ashley is dealing with a lot of issues too, but Tucker needs to be careful that Miss Abbott doesn't come after him. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Audra is going to question Tucker's loyalty too. So it looks like there's still a little mistrust there that Audra has of Tucker. Tucker still has this connection to Ashley that Audra is not 100% comfortable with. And of course, we know Audra doesn't want to marry Tucker. And there's one kind of theory out there, and this is just speculation, that maybe Audra is already married, and that's maybe why she doesn't want to marry Tucker. Maybe Audra has a secret husband. I love that idea. So of course, that's just speculation. It's not likely to be what's really happening, but it would be a lot of fun if that were the case, and it would explain why Audra doesn't want to marry Tucker. But it looks like Audra maybe just isn't the marrying kind. She doesn't really seem to be a fan of the institution of marriage, but she also seems to want a commitment from Tucker. So it's really an interesting dynamic. But it looks like Audra is going to question Tucker's loyalty this week, as maybe Tucker starts to pay more of a concern to Ashley. Adam also comforts Chelsea this week. Adam and Chelsea, they're going to return from their trip to have visited Connor, and it looks like they're going to have some bad news. And it looks like Connor's condition, after it looked like he was getting better, it looks like he's struggling again. So it looks like they're going to move Connor to another facility. And so his condition, he's really struggling. So Adam and Chelsea are going to be upset about that, but it looks like they're not going to blame each other anymore. So if Adam and Chelsea can get to a better point where they're not blaming each other or themselves, and are there to hopefully help their son recover from his condition and be there for him, then that's progress for at least Adam and Chelsea. And hopefully Connor gets the help that he needs and continues to improve. Over with Sally, Chloe is going to find out that Sally's been struggling financially. It looks like Sally is going to think about getting out of the interior design business. Of course, we saw her design Daniel's apartment. But it looks like things aren't going well for Chloe and Sally when it comes to their business. So it looks like Sally's going to think about getting back into fashion, which is really what her, passion is. She's got a passion for fashion. So we'll see if Sally makes that business move. And Victor this week, Victor's revenge plot against Jordan takes a dangerous turn. Okay, so we talked about the idea that maybe Victor wants to use Jordan against Jack, and that this could be a project that Victor is working on, you know. But it looks like it's going to take a dangerous turn. May Sweeps is coming up, so is Jordan going to escape? And, you know, Victor doesn't want Claire at the Abbott house either. And there's a reason for that. And it looks like Kyle now, you know, going against Summer's wishes, it looks like Claire could be around Harrison. And if Jordan is missing, or she escapes and she ends up at the Abbott house, this could really be something that Victor will regret. And if Jordan is back out on the loose, you know, Victor has told everyone that Jordan's gone. So Victor will have some explaining to do if Jordan is back out there, okay, for May Sweeps. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. And, you know, but Victor's plan is going to take a dangerous turn. Well, that could necessarily mean negative too. It could mean that maybe he has Jordan completely working for him too. So we'll see where this goes, but it's definitely risky business on Victor's part, you know, trusting Jordan. Although, you know, Jordan is a loose cannon, you can't fully trust her. Victor's got to know that. Maybe Victor is setting Jordan up. We'll have to see, but it's definitely going to be an exciting week to find out what all of these interesting teasers are telling us and seeing all of that unfold. So don't miss a moment. It's going to be another exciting week. And hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.